because this is a great problem to have, I suppose, if you're Howie Roseman. You've got a guy.
Yeah, you won a Super Bowl because you have it.
Right, indeed. And it was a great signing signed him this offseason. He's under contract for another year for only about $4 million. So very manageable number. Charlie, what would you do if you're Howie Roseman here with Nick Foles?
Keep. I'll tell you what, Joe Gibbs, when we worked with him, talked about the most important position on the team was the quarterback. Second most important position is the backup quarterback.
Right.
We don't win the '87 Super Bowl if he trades Doug Williams in training camp, which he agreed to do, Joe Gibbs, and then change his mind the next day. I keep Nick Foles. I don't think you're going to get a lot for him. Whatever you're going to get is how you're going to replace him. Nate Sudfeld ain't going to be Nick Foles now.
But his value is never going to be higher.
Exactly.
And
I mean, you've got to look at both sids of it. And I understand exactly what you're saying, Charlie. I mean, it's a given.
And I wish the Cowboys had traded you. We'd have been undefeated.
And I appreciate that compliment. Thank you. But the bottom line is when you look at the potential for problems now in this situation, because now Carson Wentz, there's no doubt he is the future of this football team. Yeah. If he comes back and struggles at all, or they've got a pretty high bar set now with their backup quarterback. So if they come out next year and they struggle a little bit, all of a sudden there's, you know how people in Philadelphia are, right? I mean, this guy's now he's going to be next to Rocky up there in the state because he won the championship. So I think Nick Foles is never going to be more valuable on the market than he is right now. If someone's willing to step up and give him, I don't think they'll get a first-round draft choice, but if they'll get a second or third-round draft choice,
Jimmy Garoppolo got a second.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. I think there's going to be offers out there because there are teams that need a quarterback. There's only a few guys to choose from.
There are some good teams that need a quarterback as well too.
Sure.
But if you don't get a first round for him from watching him just in the Super Bowl. I would let him stay. Because, I mean, we still don't know how Carson's going to bounce back. Let him come back. Is he going to be 100%? Is he going to be the Carson that left, you know, before he got hurt? So I will keep Nick Foles because we all seen Aaron Rodgers get hurt. The Packers struggle, couldn't even make the playoffs. So it's starting quarterbacks that get hurt, and you need a good backup quarterback to be able to put you in these type of positions. And it's all about winning. And Nick Foles is a great backup quarterback. He gives you a chance to win
well,
if Carson doesn't come back. So if it's not a first, I keep him. If it's the first, then I'll deal him.
And I'm going to disagree with you about Nate Sudfeld, all right? The backup quarterback in the Super Bowl.
Oh, my God. Where did he go to school?
You know he went to Indiana.
That's
he completed
right.
about 90% of his passes in Week 17 when they gave Foles a little bit of a rest there. He could be a serviceable backup.
The birthplace of championship quarterbacks, Indiana University.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, just remember this. A second-round pick is only a 50% chance of success. A third-round pick, 30% chance of success. So they ain't locks for players now.
Right, but definitely some teams out there. I mean, we list all the teams that might be suitors for Kirk Cousins, right? The Broncos, the Jets, Jaguars, if you want. The Cardinals might need themselves a quarterback. So, I mean,
he'd definitely be an upgrade over where these teams are playing.
Oh, my God.
They're playing with that. There's no question about that.
What about, all right, so give me a destination. Anybody got one that makes sense? Throw one out there.
I'm Minnesota. I mean,
that's a great point.
If
they've got three guys that's contracts
we had him
up.
on the set, and all he was talking about, forget the money, win. You get a defense like Minnesota's behind you. I mean, they got two quarterbacks that are about to be free agents. If you could bring in a Kirk Cousins, but Teddy's under contract for one more year, though, isn't he?
It's debatable.
Okay, so you got three quarterbacks. So you keep one of them and start Kirk Cousins. Let one of those guys back him up. I think you could be in there contending. I don't want it because Packers are in the North, but it'll be a great
about
fit
Cousins?
Yeah, well, how about Foles?
Foles. I mean, you mentioned a few of them. You mentioned Arizona. You mentioned you have to have a good team around him. He's going to go to
some good pieces.
He'll go to Cleveland and flounder like any other quarterback is going to go there and flounder right now. But Nick Foles, if you get him on a good team, obviously he can take you pretty far. He's shown that now. He's got a swagger back. He believes he's got that Lombardi trophy now, the Super Bowl MVP. He can go in somewhere and command respect and go out there and expect to do well.
Arizona and Buffalo pick later in the first round. They're not going to get one of those top four.
Right.
So they've got to find some other way to get a quarterback.
Buffalo, that's another good one.
Right.
To mention
they're picking
there,
like 21st,
as well.
something like that.
Denver is one, obviously.
Yeah, of course. All right. So.